So hello and welcome to the city of Vigan, which they say it's been unchanged ever since the Spanish colonial times, which is pretty cool. Like, the architecture is pretty traditional, obviously it's now adapted to tourism, but oh, these horses again. It's very common in Europe. They probably got it from there, yes. Being now it's okay because it's not too, now it's not so hot anymore, but during the day this place is really hot, and these horses have to work no matter what the time is. Like in the scorching heat in Manila, I saw the horses in like 40 degrees, just standing there shaking, suffering completely. Because in Europe, if this happens in like Vienna or Krakow or some European cities, when we have these horse carriages, they obviously have these laws, and these horses are really well taken care of. But if it happens here, it's kinda not good. Like being any kind of service animal in Southeast Asia, it's kinda depressing and difficult job for sure, suffering. So hopefully these are a bit better taken care of. I'm not sure. I'm not even supposed to be here actually, but kind of unfortunate situation that the family I was volunteering with previously in the Philippines, they had some family emergency and they told me I have to go because they have to go. There's one of the family members were sick or something like this. So I had to leave very quickly, only in a matter of hours. I had to completely reschedule my whole plans for the Philippines, which is obviously very unpleasant. But maybe it's not a bad thing because this city looks pretty nice and I probably would never see it without it. So yeah, I'm here now. Probably gonna stay here 2 more nights, and then I'm going to Sagada, which is the mountainous region. I'm all about mountains because Philippines is more of a beaches and doing nothing. So laying on the beach, drinking cocktails, but I'm not into that. I'm more into mountains because I came from the mountains. So, I came from Slovenia, which is the land of mountains. So I'm all for that. And caves and all of that cool. So I'm going to Sagada for that, after which I'll go to Batat and Banwe, where there's some rice terraces. It's supposed to date back from like the beginning of our time, so 2,000-year-old or something. And I've been told they're one of the 7 natural wonders of the world or something, so that should be pretty cool. This place is not really about natural beauty. As I said, it's from the Spanish colonial times. So this is all about history. I never really exceeded in history in school, but I'm kind of interested in it. Yeah, it looks pretty historic for sure. And the Spanish people love to name the place they conquered the same. Here the places, so this city is called Vigan, and then there's Santa Catalina very close to it, and Santiago and Santa Maria, which are all the names of the towns and cities you can find in Latin America, which has obviously also been colonized by Spanish people. So it's completely the same names. I've been to Santa Catalina in Panama and now in Santa Catalina in the Philippines. So yeah, Spanish people love to do that. But I think Santa Catalina in Panama is a bit better, actually. Very nice town. If you're in Central America, in Panama, go to Santa Catalina, like amazing Latino vibe. Well, here's the Filipino vibe, which is not bad also. There's also some Central Park here. And just in front of me, there's the most historical church of this place, which is probably like 500 years old. But unfortunately, because that's kind of Asia works, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not in a very good state, so probably it's under some construction or something, but that's how construction here looks like. So, like an abandoned construction site. Like, it looks abandoned, and plastic everywhere. Yeah, that's not how you take care of heritage, I think. So that's kind of sad. But the church itself looks quite interesting. I imagined we could go inside and see, but that's not happening. And there's some clock tower, which looks abandoned also. I imagine it was pretty glorious in the good days. There's nothing in particular I really want to see here, so I'll just walk aimlessly for a bit and see what we can find. Which honestly I think is the best way whenever you go into any kind of new city, to just get lost in a bit and just see what you found. With that tactic, I've seen many cool stuff that I would never ever find on TripAdvisor or something like this. In Bangkok, for example, I was there for quite a while and just walked completely aimlessly, like the whole five days, every day. And I went into some really like dark, narrow alleys, and I've seen a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Bangkok is wild for sure. I've seen the poorest people I've ever seen in my life were actually in Bangkok, which I would never see if I would follow some tourist advice or something. So I saw people that were so poor in Bangkok that actually would wash themselves from the water that got stuck in the holes in the ground. So the road would be quite a bumpy, like this, right? Bumpy roads, and the rainwater would get stuck in these holes. So the people would actually wash themselves on the street from that water. I've seen that in Bangkok, which is probably the most extreme poverty I will ever see, hopefully. Then in Manila is very poor also. In Manila, I've seen the whole families living in their tuk-tuks. So like the tuk-tuks are these tiny Asian taxis, and there will be like 4 people cramped together. They don't have a house or anything. They just live. Their whole life is like tuk-tuk, and sleeping on the floor just like that everywhere. Homeless people, prostitutes everywhere in Manila. I've never seen it that bad. In Bangkok, for example, they have this red street that's about 300 meters long, and there's about 400 prostitutes on there. And it's like from bars, it's like 3 or 4 bars, and all the girls would wear the exact same clothes. So people know from exactly where they're from, right? Who is their boss or something. I stumbled upon it completely by accident, actually. I didn't plan to. It was again on these nightly mysterious random walks, and yeah, so this was crazy. So a bunch of these, and then many white European men who just were there. That was probably the most distasteful sight I've ever seen in my life. And these girls would have their female boss would be one with an umbrella, and she would be kind of the one who would get the customers for the girls. So she would be the one who would be inviting you to pick one of them, and she would be like coming to, hey, wanting to touch you, and just get the fuck away from me. Yeah, I couldn't imagine is girls touching me, God no. But that was an experience for sure in Bangkok. So in Manila, what I was saying, in Manila there are prostitutes everywhere, like every bar, every club, every restaurant, almost has girls in front of them. So it's so common, so spread up. No, not good, not good. So I haven't seen any of this here in the northern part of the country. Thank God for that. So I think life here is a bit better. Yeah, but like every town has the unique places of their own, and unique vibe and everything. So I just took you through this main tourist street, I suppose, like many like traditional shops and people of all kinds. Well, mostly locals actually. Hello, good evening. It was kind of interesting. So I'm not sure where to go now, and my hand hurts a lot because I don't really have camera equipment, so I have to hold my phone like. So it's unpleasant to film for long periods of time. And here, if you are a white person, people think you're either American or Russian, and they kind of can be convinced that you're not. So in the hostel, my host would go like, well, when I told him my name and that I'm gonna stay for 2 nights, he looks at me and goes like, "You're American, right?" No, no. He said, "You're from Russia," and I was like, "No, I'm not." You're like, "Come on, you're from Russia." No, I'm not. Well, so where are you from? And I was like, "I'm from Slovenia." Ah, okay, so former USSR. And I was like, no. I couldn't quite convince him, and even then I asked, no, Slovenia was never a part of the Soviet Union and never will be. He said, yeah, never again. No, it never was. He couldn't be really convinced that I'm not neither from Russia nor the Soviet Union or the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. So that's one common belief. So are you either Russian or American? In Indonesia, for example, they would have this word called bule. I've heard it probably a million times. So when you walk in the street in Indonesia, people will call like bule, 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 which means foreigner, person from outside. But here in the Philippines, they usually go, oh, Americano. So if you're white, you're either American or Russian, but I'm neither. Just today, actually, I read somewhere on the internet that the sweetest mango in the world, for apparently the Guinness Book of World Records, are some Filipino red mangoes. And crazy enough, I just found 2 of them under the tree, because mangoes grow everywhere here, and they just dropped literally in front of me. So they're probably perfectly ripe and they smell really good. So I'm not sure if that's the one species, probably not, but they're probably good. So we'll give it a taste tonight. I just stumbled upon some basketball match. It looks like a high school basketball match. There's a whole school cheering them up.
68-62.
Here it is. 68-64.
There's a whistle.
There's a board. There's a
Running number 22 Team Maniguet for delaying the game. Timeout charge Team San Julian.
When I was in primary school and we had this school against school basketball matches, I remember that the opposite school would always have at least some people cheering for them, and our school would always have just one, and it was always the same one. It was the head of our cleaning ladies department. So it's the cleaning lady named Nevenka, who was the biggest fan of our sports teams. I remember we were never really good at it because obviously we were competing against the teams who had like Luka Doncic in them, which is now a very, very famous NBA basketball player. So obviously we didn't have much chance against the teams like that, and also we just weren't very good. So these competitions were always kind of a joke. This place really kind of became alive now in the nighttime. Many people here now. Wow. Mostly Filipino actually. They don't really have many tourists from outside. So I guess now because it's the weekend and just the Filipino people from Manila and places like this could come and visit. I wonder if somebody lives up there when it's kind of abandoned.
Me? Obsessed with you? Yes.
Many people here. And here I hear the same music as I did yesterday. There's a bar who has a live music playing, and they play the same song as yesterday. Probably they know like these few songs that they repeat. But it's hello. But it's good. This girl who sings, really like a breathy, gentle voice. Really interesting.
Mag-request dyan. And pakisulat na lang po sa kapirasong tissue paper.
You can really see it because it's inside. She's inside the restaurant and she has the speakers outside. So we'll try these mangoes now and we'll see if they're the sweetest in the world or not. And this knife is not really sharp.
Do you have like that in Slovenia, mango fruit?
We don't grow it.
No?
No, we import it from the Philippines.
From
And
the
like,
Philippines.
yeah, maybe. This is really good, really sweet.
Where did you buy it?
I found it, dropped on the floor.
I dropped it on the floor.
There's a lot of mango trees here, everywhere.
Oh.
We don't grow mangoes.
You don't do mango.
It's too cold.
That's very sweet.
Very
Tasty.
very tasty.
When will you go home? We will give you like that.
Growing?
Big one.
Big
I'll
ones?
show you tomorrow.
Okay. This probably is the variety I was reading about. This is like sugar, concentrated sugar. Mm. I would cut the video off much before, much sooner, but I can't because my hands are slimy and sugary. That's why you have to watch me eat the whole thing. These mangoes are gonna determine whether today was a good day or a bad day, and it turned out to be a good day. So yeah, tomorrow I'm still here. Nothing's too exciting probably gonna happen, but then I go to the cool regions of the Philippines, mountain caves, rice terraces. That's gonna be very cool. So stay tuned for the next vlog. Have a good day.